Ladies and gentlemen, I've had to say this before, and I'm not enjoying having to say it again because I thought we had reached the pinnacle. But, ladies and gentlemen, Steven Guilbeault has lost his mind even further. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. And boy, do I have a doozy for you today. Steven Guilbeault, the world's largest hypocrite. Um, we've talked about his bananas policies. We've talked about the fact that this is a convicted criminal who sits as an environmental minister on the Liberal cabinet. He once scaled the CN Tower in terms of making a demonstration illegally and was arrested. He also was arrested for being on the roof of Ralph Klein's house in Alberta and scaring the bejesus out of his wife. But now Steven Guilbeault coming out to make his boldest claim yet after certain favorites like being struck down by Alberta's federal court appeal on the plastics ban to say that it is unconstitutional. Well, Steven Guilbeault once again coming out to talk about taxation. Now, I want to laugh first and point out this picture of him on the news. He's wearing a parka. He's wearing a parka, and you'll notice when he lifts his hands, he's wearing gloves. Do you see any snow behind him? I thought we were boiling. I thought the planet was boiling, Steven. What is happening here? This is the visual representation that somebody has in fact lost their mind, that they have gone bye-bye. Steven Guilbeault says that if we stop taxing people, it will hurt them. Because we all know taxation is theft. He also repeats the incredible lie that taxing people will alter the world's climate. If the media did what they were supposed to do, they would ask for proof of this. And of course, we've had the finance minister um, uh, come forward in the House to say that there is no proof that taxing people impacts the weather. Again, paying more money doesn't simply change the way the weather behaves. But alas, let's listen to what Mr. Bananas has to say.
Can you explain to Canadians watching, Minister, why it was okay to pause the price on carbon for home heating oil, but not for this upcoming increase as of April 1st?
So the very reason for putting a price on pollution, and it's been done before, and not just for climate change, but for other environmental challenges, is that you want to incentivize change in behavior for companies, industrial organizations, but also individuals. What we found out with home heating oil is that the vast majority, in fact, of people who are still using home heating oil in Canada, and there are more people in my home province of Quebec than in all of Atlantic Canada, for example, that still use it, but tend to be lower to middle income Canadians who don't have the money to make the switch for less polluting form of home heating oil, home heating, which is why we decided to put a pause specifically on this, because home heating oil is the most expensive, it's the most inefficient, and it's the most polluting way of heating your home.
And I do take your point, Minister, that as far as volume goes, there are more of those homes outside of Atlantic Canada, but as a portion of the types of heating that's used, it's far greater in Atlantic Canada than it is in other parts of the country. And the Atlantic MP surrounding the Prime Minister, when he made that announcement, I think speaks to that fact. But at this point in time, given the affordability struggles, like you highlight many of those using home heating oil are facing, would it not be worth considering pressing pause in this instance?
No, it wouldn't, because we can't put a pause on climate change. And what Pierre Poilievre never talks about is the fact that people right now, 8 out of 10 Canadians, families, get more money back than they pay in carbon pricing. So the richest among us don't. The people who pollute the most, but 8 out of 10 Canadian families, and that has been confirmed by the parliamentary budget officer. So if we were to do that, we would actually hurt people economically while they're struggling. It wouldn't help them at all.
Okay. Well, Steven, I'm going to press X to doubt because I must be rich. I must be rich because I haven't seen a single rebate from the carbon tax. And of course, sorry, I mentioned earlier a finance minister. The parliamentary budget officer is the one who has said that there is no proof, even though Steven Guilbeault says here that it's been confirmed by them. That is an outright lie. But it also uh, says that I mean I've seen so many people in my comment sections that have said they haven't received anything from the carbon tax rebates. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen, if you're one of those people, you must be one of those 2 out of 10 families. That means you're rich. Start celebrating. You're officially rich. Because that means you're not getting anything back, according to Steven Guilbeault. Now, of course, Pierre Poilievre, as he likes to point out in this video, has pointed out that no, you actually spend more, significantly more, for the $1,800 that they claim you're getting back. You're actually putting out about $2,800 a month, or 2,800, sorry, into carbon tax initiatives, and now that's about to grow exponentially as Justin Trudeau's April Fool's Day, April 1st joke of the 23% increase in carbon taxes is about to hit us in less than a week. Again, I think things are going to get absolutely nasty in this country. Once that happens, I think you're going to see outrage. I think you're going to see some form of pushback. And there are some things I've heard about that are happening as a result of this increase that, again, I cannot talk about as of yet on the channel due to the government's restrictions and rules on talking about things before they happen. But I've heard rumblings. I've seen posts online about things that could be coming this way. And if they come to fruition, I'll be reporting them here on this channel. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Has Steven Guilbeault lost his mind? Is he crazy? I think when he talks about this global boiling, he must be experiencing it because he's standing outside in spring weather in a parka with gloves. Those jackets, again, are more attuned for minus 30 degrees than and standing outside like a complete lunatic. But ladies and gentlemen, leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. If you're hitting that subscribe button, make sure to click the bell for notifications. Join us live here on the channel every Friday for Friday Night Fringe, where we go over everything that's happened in the past week, everything coming up in the week ahead, and some back and forth with the community. It all goes down at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Central here on the channel. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one.